when a local bar is robbed at gunpoint.
They locked us in. These guys were wearing masks.
This was a very serious situation.
Everyone takes cover.
She was super scared.
Except for one couple.
Did they not even realize what was going on?
Completely oblivious, just there, making out at the bar.
A lot of people thought that they may have been in on it.
The video goes viral and is covered by media all over the world. What is the real story here?
You know that they say love is blind? Would you agree with that?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, well, this couple actually proves it. Check this out.
It's not unusual to see people making out at a bar.
They were a little tipsy, they were kissing, they were in the moment with each other.
But what is unusual is when a bar is being robbed at gunpoint. And the couple making out don't seem to notice or care. And it's all captured on camera. At 1:15 in the morning on April 11th, 2016, security cameras at the Tap Inn in Billings, Montana, capture a car pulling up outside. 3 armed robbers march in.
2 guys and 1 female, 3 inside the bar itself, the 4th behind the driver's seat of the getaway car. They were covered with bandanas, gloves, long sleeves. They each had some automatic weapons. This is a violent crime.
So these 2 lovebirds continue their makeout session while this Montana bartender unloads the register. One of the gunmen even walks right behind the couple.
This was a very serious situation. We had an active armed robbery taking place right in front of them.
A whole minute passes by, and they're still making out. The shaken bartender calls police.
Billings 911. Yeah, this is the Tap In Bar, 910 Broadwater. I just got robbed.
Finally, the couple stops locking lips.
Once they realize what's happening around them, these 2 are just very kind of just laid back, like, wow. Oh, wow, look, there's a robbery.
But this is no joke.
I've got multiple officers headed your way.
Billings has had a series of violent holdups. Could this be connected?
During the 4th robbery, the suspect discharged a round.
It's absolutely mind-blowing. What's behind this couple's very public display of affection? It doesn't take long for the video of the oblivious couple making out in the middle of a robbery in Billings, Montana, to become a punchline.
Police say they are still looking for those suspects, but it's doubtful these eyewitnesses could really help them out. Yeah.
This video went viral quickly, and some were mocking it, saying that love is blind.
The man behind the kiss turns out to be a local resident named Chad Barnett. He's soon nicknamed the Tap-In Smoocher.
We were just kind of into each other. I mean, what's wrong with that?
What Chad has to say is revealing. It all begins as a low-key Sunday night. Out with friends at a different bar, he runs into a girl he hasn't seen in years.
The gal that I knew from way back in the day, we decided to go to Tap In, and I was definitely into her and definitely inebriated.
The couple sits at the bar making out for about 45 minutes, and they don't stop. Not even as an armed gunman walks right behind them. Then, one of the robbers steps in front of Chad.
He looked right at me, and I looked right at him, and I said, "Oh, we're getting robbed." And the gal I was with, she kind of like buried her face in the side of my neck. She was super scared. She's like, "What do I do?" I was like, "I don't know, just don't make any sudden moves, don't do anything crazy." They didn't say a word. No one even screamed. It was just super quiet. I mean, it happened like really fast.
It takes the robbers only a minute to steal about $1,100 from the cash register, some poker machine payout slips, and whatever else they can grab.
He took my phone and the change that I left on the bar.
And the suspect just left?
3 of them. We got it on video. They had black shirts, beanie caps, and then they had bandanas over their mouths.
One of the suspects was a woman?
Yeah.
Police immediately suspect that the robbery is connected to a recent burst of casino and convenience store holdups.
I started seeing similarities in those cases. They always left one person as an overwatch / lookout that would hang out around the door.
The lookout gal was the one standing by the door. She was the woman.
The common theme was you have masked individuals that were fully covered, heavily armed, bandanas over their faces. So a pattern began to form.
Rumors soon spread. Who are these robbers? And why does Chad put his hand over his eyes at one point during the holdup?
A lot of people thought that the fact that the kissing couple didn't react when the bar was robbed at gunpoint, that they may have been in on it.
These people could have been plants.
In a matter of hours, the video of the couple making out during the tap-in robbery goes viral.
I'm like, well, this is gonna get crazy really quick.
And Chad is right.
The very next morning, my buddy called me and he said, you know, you're on video at the tap-in. I said, well, how do you know? He's like, well, dude, you're at the tap-in every weekend. He's like, dude, it's your gray hat. It's just you.
The girl Chad was with that night manages to maintain her privacy, but the couple soon find themselves fending off ugly rumors.
Some are speculating these two were pretending to be so intimate, but it's possible that these people were there as a distraction, to distract the bartender. Meanwhile, they know exactly what's going on.
The couple call the rumors ridiculous.
People like drama.
Chad says people are making way too much of the whole thing, especially the part where it looks like he's covering his face.
Honestly, I don't remember really doing that. It was just probably a reaction at the time. Like, oh my gosh, we're getting robbed.
Police say the kissing couple were never suspects.
It only took about 10 seconds once the gentleman saw that guy grab his cell phone. He realized right away that, something's up.
And the police say the couple's calm response is actually smart.
He's not gonna jump up and say, hey, I see what you're doing, or leap over the bar.
Most of the time, it is a wise thing to not agitate the situation any further because attention could equate to violence.
If you can remain calm, that does tend to de-escalate that situation. The more you get them upset, especially if they're armed, this could have gone really bad. People could have been injured or even killed.
Within a 2-week period, there are 4 violent armed robberies in the area.
The tap-in robbery, that was the 3rd out of the 4. During the 4th robbery, it was a convenience store. A suspect discharged a round, and it actually shot a cell phone right out of the clerk's hand.
And their motive isn't exactly anything new.
I believe drug addiction, specifically methamphetamine addiction, played a role in these crimes. They were looking for cash. They needed to get their next fix.
Police believe the suspects have fled the Billings area. And although the case remains open, they expect to make arrests soon.
We've got a pretty good grasp on who is responsible for this rash of robberies. We've identified one of the getaway vehicle's cell phone data. We just need that final piece of the puzzle to reach that point where we can put warrants out for their arrest.
As for Chad, he says it's a night he and the girl he was making out with will never forget.
We're still good friends. And we laugh about it. We're a little inside joke. I'd like to not think of myself as a tap-in smoocher, but it's still kind of funny.
But they also realize just how lucky they are.
I look back and I think it could have definitely been worse. It scares me more now because I probably should have been paying more attention.